Hey, Flo here. You might not be able to hear a word I'm saying today, but I'm going to try this. I think it'll be kind of crazy disaster because I'm right by the water and I don't know if my mic is going to pick me up, but I'll try it. Well, I won't know until later if this actually works, but it's worth a shot. Oh. All right, again, you might not be able to hear me. I'll find out later. I'll just try to speak up. I can always redub this later if I have to, but pretty good chance you won't be able to hear me. So I'm going to be reading Deuteronomy chapters 8 through 10 and John chapter 13. Might actually get some kayakers coming through here. Seen a few already.
Deuteronomy chapter 8. You must carefully follow every commandment I am giving you today, so that you may live and multiply, and enter and possess the land that the Lord swore to give to your fathers. Remember that these 40 years the Lord your God led you all the way in the wilderness, so that he might humble you and test you in order to know what was in your heart, whether or not you would keep his commandments. He humbled you, and in your hunger he gave you manna to eat, which neither you nor your fathers had known, so that you might understand that man does not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of the Lord. Your clothing did not wear out, and your feet did not swell during these 40 years. So know in your heart that just as a man disciplines his son, so the Lord your God disciplines you. Therefore you shall keep the commandments of the Lord your God, walking in his ways and fearing him. For the Lord your God is bringing you into a good land, a land of brooks and fountains and springs that flow through the valleys and hills, a land of wheat, barley, vines, fig trees, and pomegranates, a land of olive oil and honey, a land where you will eat food without scarcity, where you will lack nothing, a land whose rocks are iron and whose hills are ready to be mined for copper. When you eat and are satisfied, you are to bless the Lord your God for the good land that he has given you. Be careful not to forget the Lord your God by failing to keep his commandments and ordinances and statutes, which I am giving you this day. Otherwise, when you eat and are satisfied, when you build fine houses in which to dwell, and when your herds and flocks grow large, and your silver and gold increase, and all that you have is multiplied, then your heart will become proud, and you will forget the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. He led you through the vast and terrifying wilderness with its venomous snakes and scorpions, a thirsty and waterless land. He brought you water from the rock of flint. He fed you in the wilderness with manna that your fathers had not known, in order to humble you and test you, so that in the end he might cause you to prosper. You might say in your heart, the power and strength of my hands have made this wealth for me. But remember that it is the Lord your God who gives you the power to gain wealth, in order to confirm his covenant that he swore to your fathers, even to this day. If you ever forget the Lord your God and go after other gods to worship and bow down to them, I testify against you today that you will surely perish. Like the nations that the Lord has destroyed before you, so you will perish if you do not obey the Lord your God.
Oh, so loud here. Looks like there's a guy that wants to try to get over here, but he can't because he doesn't know the secret way. Ha ha ha! No, he'll figure it out. All right, see if I can do another chapter.
Deuteronomy chapter 9. Hear, O Israel, today you are about to cross the Jordan to go in and dispossess nations greater and stronger than you, with large cities fortified to the heavens. The people are strong and tall, the descendants of the Anakim. You know about them, and you have heard it said, who can stand up to the sons of Anak? But understand that today the Lord your God goes across ahead of you as a consuming fire. He will destroy them and subdue them before you, and you will drive them out and annihilate them swiftly, as the Lord has promised you. When the Lord your God has driven them out before you, do not say in your heart, because of my righteousness the Lord has brought me in to possess this land. Rather, the Lord is driving out these nations before you because of their wickedness. It is not because of your righteousness or uprightness of heart that you are going in to possess their land, but it is because of their wickedness that the Lord your God is driving out these nations before you, to keep the promise he swore to your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Understand then that it is not because of your righteousness that the Lord your God is giving you this good land to possess, for you are a stiff-necked people. Remember this and never forget how you provoked the Lord your God in the wilderness. From the day you left the land of Egypt until you reached this place, you have been rebelling against the Lord. At Horeb you provoked the Lord, and he was angry enough to destroy you. When I went up on the mountain to receive the tablets of stone, the tablets of the covenant that the Lord made with you, I stayed on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. I ate no bread and drank no water. Then the Lord gave me the 2 stone tablets, inscribed by the finger of God with the exact words that the Lord spoke to you out of the fire on the mountain on the day of the assembly. And at the end of 40 days and 40 nights, the Lord gave me the 2 stone tablets, the tablets of the covenant. And the Lord said to me, Get up and go down from here at once, for your people, whom you brought out of Egypt, have corrupted themselves. How quickly they have turned aside from the way that I commanded them. They have made for themselves a molten image. The Lord also said to me, I have seen this people, and they are indeed a stiff-necked people. Leave me alone, so that I may destroy them and blot out their name from under heaven. Then I will make you into a nation mightier and greater than they are. So I went back down the mountain while it was blazing with fire, with the 2 tablets of the covenant in my hands. And I saw how you had sinned against the Lord your God. You had made for yourselves a molten calf. You had turned aside quickly from the way that the Lord had commanded you. So I took the 2 tablets and threw them out of my hands, shattering them before your eyes. Then I fell down before the Lord for 40 days and 40 nights, as I had done the first time. I did not eat bread or drink water because of all the sin you had committed in doing what was evil in the sight of the Lord and provoking him to anger. For I was afraid of the anger and wrath that the Lord had directed against you, enough to destroy you. But the Lord listened to me this time as well. The Lord was angry enough with Aaron to destroy him, but at that time I also prayed for Aaron. And I took that sinful thing, the calf you had made, and burned it in the fire. Then I crushed it and ground it to powder, as fine as dust, and I cast it into the stream that came down from the mountain. You continued to provoke the Lord at Taberah, at Massa, and at Kibroth Hattava. And when the Lord sent you out from Kadesh Barnea, he said, "Go up and possess the land that I have given you." But you rebelled against the command of the Lord your God. You neither believed him nor obeyed him. You have been rebelling against the Lord since the day I came to know you. So I fell down before the Lord for 40 days and 40 nights, because the Lord had said he would destroy you. And I prayed to the Lord and said, "O Lord God, do not destroy your people, your inheritance, whom you redeemed for your greatness and brought out of Egypt with a mighty hand. Remember your servants Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Overlook the stubbornness of this people and the wickedness of their sin. Otherwise, those in the land from which you brought us out will say, because the Lord was not able to bring them into the land he had promised them, and because he hated them, he has brought them out to kill them in the wilderness. But they are your people, your inheritance, whom you brought out by your great power and outstretched arm."
I have no idea. The audio is picking up my voice. I feel like I'm shouting, but this water is so loud that, yeah, I have no idea. This might be a total impossible to listen to thing.
Deuteronomy chapter 10. At that time the Lord said to me, "Chisel out 2 stone tablets like the originals. Come up to me on the mountain and make an ark of wood. And I will write on the tablets the words that were on the first tablets which you broke, and you are to place them in the ark." So I made an ark of acacia wood, chiseled out 2 stone tablets like the originals, and went up the mountain with the 2 tablets in my hands. And the Lord wrote on the tablets what had been written previously, the 10 commandments that he had spoken to you on the mountain out of the fire on the day of the assembly. The Lord gave them to me, and I went back down the mountain and placed the tablets in the ark I had made, as the Lord had commanded me. And there they have remained. The Israelites traveled from Beeroth Bene Jaakan to Mazarah, where Aaron died and was buried, and Eleazar his son succeeded him as priest. From there they traveled to Gudgoda, and from Gudgoda to Jothbethah, a land with streams of water. At that time the Lord set apart the tribe of Levi to carry the ark of the covenant of the Lord, to stand before the Lord to serve him, and to pronounce blessings in his name, as they do to this day. That is why Levi has no portion or inheritance among his brothers. The Lord is his inheritance, as the Lord your God promised him. I stayed on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights, like the first time, and that time the Lord again listened to me and agreed not to destroy you. Then the Lord said to me, "Get up, continue your journey ahead of the people, that they may enter and possess the land that I swore to their fathers to give them. And now, O Israel, what does the Lord your God ask of you, but to fear the Lord your God by walking in all his ways, to love him, to serve the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, and to keep the commandments and statutes of the Lord that I am giving you this day for your own good. Behold, to the Lord your God belong the heavens, even the highest heavens, and the earth and everything in it. Yet the Lord has set his affection on your fathers and loved them, and he has chosen you, their descendants after them, above all the peoples, even to this day. Circumcise your hearts, therefore, and stiffen your necks no more. For the Lord your God is God of gods and Lord of lords, the great, mighty, and awesome God, showing no partiality and accepting no bribe. He executes justice for the fatherless and widow, and he loves the foreigner, giving him food and clothing. So you also must love the foreigner, since you yourselves were foreigners in the land of Egypt. You are to fear the Lord your God and serve him. Hold fast to him and take your oaths in his name. He is your praise and he is your God, who has done for you these great and awesome wonders that your eyes have seen. Your fathers went down to Egypt, 70 in all, and now the Lord your God has made you as numerous as the stars in the sky.
All right, I got one more long chapter to go, and then that's it. Kind of losing my voice because not used to yelling so much.
John chapter 13. It was now just before the Passover feast, and Jesus knew that his hour had come to leave this world and return to the Father. Having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the very end. The evening meal was underway, and the devil had already put into the heart of Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot, to betray Jesus. Jesus knew that the Father had delivered all things into his hands, and that he had come from God and was returning to God. So he got up from the supper, laid aside his outer garments, and wrapped a towel around his waist. After that he poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet and dry them with the towel that was around him. He came to Simon Peter, who asked him, "Lord, are you going to wash my feet?" Jesus replied, "You do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand." "Never shall you wash my feet," Peter told him. Jesus answered, "Unless I wash you, you have no part with me." "Then, Lord," Simon Peter replied, "not only my feet, but my hands and my head as well." Jesus told him, "Whoever has already bathed needs only to wash his feet, and he will be completely clean. And you are clean, though not all of you." For he knew who would betray him. That is why he said, "Not all of you are clean." When Jesus had washed their feet and put on his outer garments, he reclined with them again and asked, "Do you know what I have done for you? You call me teacher and Lord, and rightly so, because I am. So if I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. I have set you an example so that you should do as I have done for you. Truly, truly, I tell you, no servant is greater than his master, nor is a messenger greater than the one who sent him. If you know these things, you will be blessed if you do them. I am not speaking about all of you. I know whom I have chosen. But this is to fulfill the scripture, 'The one who shares my bread has lifted up his heel against me.' I am telling you now before it happens, so that when it comes to pass, you will believe that I am he. Truly, truly, I tell you, whoever receives the one I send receives me, and whoever receives me receives the one who sent me." After Jesus had said this, he became troubled in spirit and testified, "Truly, truly, I tell you, one of you will betray me." The disciples looked at one another, perplexed as to which of them he meant. One of his disciples, the one whom Jesus loved, was reclining at his side. So Simon Peter motioned to him to ask Jesus which one he was talking about. Leaning back against Jesus, he asked, "Lord, who is it?" Jesus answered, "It is the one to whom I give this morsel after I have dipped it." Then he dipped the morsel and gave it to Judas, son of Simon Iscariot. And when Judas had taken the morsel, Satan entered into him. Then Jesus said to Judas, "What you are about to do quickly." But no one at the table knew why Jesus had said this to him. Since Judas kept the money bag, some thought that Jesus was telling him to buy what was needed for the feast, or to give something to the poor. As soon as he had received the morsel, Judas went out into the night. When Judas had gone out, Jesus said, "Now the Son of Man is glorified, and God is glorified in him. If God is glorified in him, God will also glorify the Son in himself, and will glorify him at once. Little children, I am with you only a little while longer. You will look for me, and as I said to the Jews, so now I say to you, where I am going, you cannot come. A new commandment I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you also must love one another. By this everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another." "Lord, where are you going?" Simon Peter asked. Jesus answered, "Where I am going, you cannot follow me now, but you will follow later." "Lord," said Peter, "why can't I follow you now? I will lay down my life for you." "Will you lay down your life for me?" Jesus replied. "Truly, truly, I tell you, before the rooster crows, you will deny me 3 times.
All right, now that I've made myself go hoarse, I think I'll be done with this. It's so loud here, it's ridiculous. Oh. Hey, Art Deco. Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it? I don't know if you can hear me, it's so loud. So I think I'm gonna actually end the stream now. Been going for a while and it's so loud. I don't know if you can even hear me at all. So I'll probably end it here. If I come over this way, away from the water, you can probably hear me over here. But it's so loud over there. Might be able to hear me over here a little bit better, but one of these days I might come back here and stream here again, but find like a little bit quieter spot. There's some pretty cool, actually on the other side of the river it might be a little bit quieter, but anyway, I'll probably end the stream and head out. I'm actually here with a friend and he was doing something, so I decided to come out here while I had a little bit. All right, I'm gonna head out. Thanks for joining me or lurking or whatever. I'll check this out later to see if it's usable. What I could have done is, I think it's a little better like up here a little ways, so I could, if I come back again, I could sit here and have the camera behind me somewhere, and I think that would be not quite as loud. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later.